What's up, friends? Welcome back. That is a raw session that was sent to us, and we're going to take these drums in this video from raw and unedited to edited. We're going to knock it out together. We're live, and we're taking my man Chris Williams' Adventure Worship from live Sunday recording to a major release, and we're going to do that over the next probably several weeks. And yesterday we took a review of the session, gave a look. Today, we're going to actually get into the drums. What's up, friends? I'm David Glenn, founder of the Mix Academy. If you're new here, let me go put myself down in the bottom here so you don't have to see the full screen. And yeah, we're going to be taking this worship track from raw to major release. Today, we're editing the drums. I think I already said that. And I tell you what, we're going to dive into it. Let's get rid of some of this stuff here. We're just going to clear out the processing that's in, and we're going to route it where we want to route it, do the things we want to do to it. We're going to start from scratch, if that's cool with you guys. I did take a minute. I think yesterday's video, we looked at the click and the grid and got all that lined up. And then today, I was just selecting my favorite click. It's not the best for recording. If you record with this click, the old school cowbell, what do you got to put some in-ears and then some closed cans, maybe some NASCAR cans. I used to tape. My buddy is Lieutenant Governor of Indiana, Micah Beckwith. When we used to record, one of my best friends, we used to record in the studio. We would take and duct tape. It was bad. And then Micah, I've told this story a ton, but he would hum the songs. And so anytime you got the mics close to him, it was, yeah. He got into it pretty good. So anyways, I have to pull up an embarrassing shot of Micah in the studio. That would be funny there. All right, so we've got the files looking much better. They are lined up. Our click is even. I want that right on. So it's taking my head off and making me make good decisions here. Let's solo out. We got the drums and the two crowd mics. Let's hear what we're working with here. Actually, let's solo the crowds first. Hey, if you guys are hanging out live with me, let me know your name, where you're hanging out from. And this series is brought to you while I pull this up by my app MixPrep. Been mixing 20 plus years, multi-platinum credits, 8+ billion streams, and took that experience and packed it into an app that you can check out. Link in the description. Will knock out the first 1 to 2 hours of your mix prep time. Now with MixPrep 2.0 available inside of Control Room, which is our mixing mentorship membership, you can actually prep your files and then directly put them into your mix template, which we'll get to. This is not my template. This is raw and what came to us, but let's see what's going on here with the live. Is it working? Let's see. There we go. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, brother? And here we go. So let's route these before I get too further. Let's just go drum edits, and then fear not, we will get this over into my template soon, but for now, we might as well edit it here. Let's see how these levels are. And we don't need the kick replace. That's going to be the same as the kick in, so we'll get rid of that and that. We won't need them. They're the same as the kick in and snare top. So now we'll check from here. Yeah. Take the plugins off. They don't sound half bad, do they? Come on now. That's going to a mono bus, though. Did I send them to a mono bus? Drum edits. And then that's going to the outputs. Yeah, I'm only getting mono, and I think it has something to do with the way the session's configured. And since it's not my session, anyways, we'll rock it. Let's keep going. Okay, so we got these files, and Tell you what, we're just going to go to the outputs. There we go. Now we hear it in stereo. I'm just going to send everything there, and then those will be in time for us to get the kick and the bass locked in next. So let's hear these crowds, just the crowds by themselves. Let's put them in the center and just hear one at a time. Yeah, something I've done before, and I tell you what, we might do it now. We're just having some fun here, but we're going to do a match EQ. We'll see what this comes up with. We're going to capture. Let's see how the cymbals are doing out here. Now let's capture back here. All right, that's a pretty cool starting point. Then we're going to come over here to this one, and we lose that top end. A little muddy. All right, let's see what this looks like. So to get rid of all that, if we just boosted it and then bring back the smoothing, there's a low end deficit with the second one is the top end. Yeah, I think we can do better by hand. We're just gonna come in. I heard that backwards. Yeah, just having some fun with that. Okay. I think what we're going to need to do before I make that judgment call, just having some fun here. Let's go grab, and then we'll throw that to the main. Make sure it's stereo still. It's not. So there's something going on with this session. I tell you what, we're just focused on phase and timing for this one. I should have moved it into my template before doing this, but there's a step in the process that I wanted to show you, so I didn't do that. But for now, we're just rocking this here. Yeah, that's all over the place, so those sound clean. Yeah. Yeah, and just so we have something, I'm editing, but it's a pretty dead snare, isn't it? Okay, we're going to leave those there, park them. I don't know what's happening there. Okay, so we've got these files, boom, organized. That took way too long. Let's get in here. Let's link these. And you know what? We've got SoundRadix Auto Align, and I've had mixed results by doing what I'm about to do. How do we want to do it on this? I think we got to include them for now. Let's change and get rid of all that. Let's just go for this. Kick in. So snare up, top, bottom, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Okay. First up, we're going to try doing our phase alignment before we get into editing. And the reason why is I want the best phase relationship, and I want to see what happens. The last time I did this, it's been a couple years since I did it in this order. There's some weirdness that happened from the auto align in editing. But we're going to give it another go. It's been a while, and that just seems like the right thing to do for this one. It seems a little bit phasey. All right, so we've got the files pulled up. Let's go ahead and hit align. Love it, man. They're singing. Yeah, and you can hear already how when we get our hands on the timing, we're gonna lock him on the grid, see how we have to massage things to get along right. And then I want the snare top to actually be the performance time. So I right click on that, set that, and let's hear what's going on. If we solo this, I'm gonna crank this. I'm gonna listen loud. I'm gonna have it on and then off. Got my sub pack ready to go so I can feel the resonance of the low end. Just kind of looking at these levels. I may even do like a little rough mix here. Let's see what happens with the phase relationship. Yeah, something I'm not liking from that. The mid-range, the click and the kick, the top end is getting muffled. Now, I like the body and the fullness without it. I like the cohesiveness. It feels like things lock in with it, but we definitely lose top end and mid-range in the kick and the snare. I'm pretty sure we're going with my kick system and probably a handful of, they already have I think probably the Luke snare in here that they're used to hearing. So we'll probably keep this auto align. And then what I like to do, I save the session, but we're going to duplicate the main playlist just so we have a backup. We do, but that's more for you guys. We have a zip. And we're going to go ahead and commit all of that. And while I run that, we'll check in the chat. I'm going to hide and make those inactive. We don't need them anymore. And with that, let's see what you guys are saying here. Dustin said, why not run auto align as ARA? I actually had some bad experiences using ARA with Melodyne and auto align, but that was when it first came out. And so just habit, option shift, throw it on all the tracks. It's just kind of been my method here. But yeah, you definitely can. I do use ARA for Melodyne nowadays, but for some reason, old habit there, threw it on the plugins. Good question, though. No benefit, just workflow. What's up, Niall? He said, what's up, David? I never use SoundRadix, but I've had some good results with Melda M Auto Align. I have heard that from years from a lot of people. And soon you won't have to, because Niall, I know you've got Mixprep, and Mixprep's got Phase Sync coming to, I was aiming for 2.1. We're at 2.0 beta now, but it's wicked how easy it is. My man, Joshy, the pickup man, says, what can I do about a poorly recorded and executed snare track? I don't want the snare to sound too triggery. Without hearing it, that's tough to say, but I would try to blend, and I would get what you can out of your live, even if it's the chunk or the ghost or whatever it is that you can from the live, and then ask yourself, what do I need that I'm not getting from it? And then use samples to accomplish the gaps, and then you're going to have a nice blend there. That's kind of the basic gist that I would aim for, but tough without hearing it. But man, ask away. Any questions you guys have, I'll do my best to give answers. All right, so we got that committed. Let's hear it. Sounds clean to me. We're moving on. Okay, so these are going to be grouped. So we're going to group our multi-mic drums with the crowd mics because there's enough crowd in there that it matters. And then with Pro Tools, it gets kind of finicky. We're going to go grab our volume. Where's our globals? Yeah, it's set to, we'll just get rid of that. Volume, mute. Again, this is not my session, so I'm having to adapt on the fly here. Be a little bit slower than normal, but I think that will just about do it. A group of that name. Drums edit, we'll call it. Boom. Selecting, they're together, and then we're going to just blow them up and go. I'm an Elastic Audio guy. I came into the Pro Tools world. OS 9 was a thing, and went from OS 9 to OS X, OS 10, and we went, what was it, Pro Tools 5 to Pro Tools 6, I think it was. Got some horror stories from that cross-grade, or giant upgrade. Very different operating systems. Lost a lot of plugins during that transition. But we're going to go rhythmic, Elastic Audio. I got my Expert Pro Tools certification back on Pro Tools version 6 and have not looked at it since then. But most of the same techniques still apply. So here we go. We've got these on rhythmic. And we're going to go ahead and check out our analysis markers first and see how they're looking. Select everything, blow up the waveform. They look pretty fair here to me. If we had a bunch that were in places they shouldn't be, I may go in and adjust it a little bit. I'll tell you what, what's a key command? Option 5, go easy on me. I've been mixing for however many years. It's rare that I edit the drums, but for you guys, we're going to pull this up and get a little bit of a classic education editing drums with Elastic Audio instead of Beat Detective or whatever else there is nowadays. So event sensitivity, I think I'm going to take that down just a hair. 99. Sometimes we'll go track by track with it, but I think we're fine. And then, cool. We're going to go over to our warp. It's time to get our click out. We're soloing the drums. What happened to our group? Look at that. We already have to edit our group. Come on, Pro Tools. It's user error, I'm sure, but I got solos in the globals, attributes, solos is there, tracks. Did I turn the group off? No, I just didn't. There we go. Okay, so we're soloed. We're coming in here, and then what I like to do is I like to put these kind of barrier markers before I get going. I zoom way in on the waveform. And actually, I think they changed this. It is an awful UI for the editing mode here. Where do we go? Clips and tracks. Where's like the full... UI customization. And then if we're looking at tracks, clips, marker lines, default. Is that not what I'm... All right, we're rocking. So we come over here, and what I like to do is, what is the top of the song? Click track blasting us in the face. We don't need it that loud. Uh-oh, bad note. Yeah, so we don't really have anything before any of that. We'll just come out here. I'm going to right click. I'm going to throw a warp marker at the beginning. And then we're just going to take this first section. So out here, we're safe. We're going to right click again, put a warp marker, and then effectively nothing left or right of that is going to be adjusted. So if I come in here and we put a bunch of markers and we move this, all the stuff out here is going to be fine. It's not going to be touched. The only other thing I do need to look at, I think we're fine, is the lead vocalist. We're going to isolate them. Let's take out everything.
Who is like you, Lord?
Yeah, we'll just have to isolate and deal with the flamming on the edits on that. So I think we're on the right track here. We're going to get...
You are worthy.
Yeah, and then out here, we're going to set another kind of barrier marker. We'll treat that section. Bam. Not in the middle of a crowd.
I see now high lifted up.
Yeah, we'll just put one there too. And just kind of getting familiar with the sections too. We got how many to edit here?
Still holes in your hands. The blood that you poured out still washes our sin. There's still stripes in your back.
Cool. So we're probably fine. All right, so if we come back here, we've got this intro. All right, and then Option Control on Mac, and then we've got a numeric keyboard so we can kind of zoom in on the markers or expand them, less of them. And then what I want to do is zoom in on it. And we're basically going to start gridding the kick and snare. And I think we'll come back to the... Okay, I'm going to throw... So this guy here... I'm going to throw a marker on that kick. And that kind of right there. Whoop, right there. Okay. And then let's go get this intro snare. because that lead in is not locked like it could. So we're just going to start grabbing these. Just make sure our ones are, how's this one? Put that on the one. I like to do wide strokes here at first. I know it can get, let's see what this is. Yeah, so we grab that one. And then if we want to, you can hit shift and put markers on the left and right. I've had more success just grabbing one at a time. That didn't feel good, and put it back. That's a little late. It's got kind of like a flammy thing happening there. So let's grab undo. And I'm actually going to make the flam kind of hit in the middle. No, we're not. We're going to go there. We're going to throw one here too. Make the flame a little tighter. Yep, and then this is getting a little rushed. Boom. Kind of dial them in here. All right, I know this is boring, but you guys asked for it. I put out a call. I put out a poll, a post. You guys said, let's go for it. Let's do all the drum editing. Whoop. I want to grab everything. Let's fill this section out here. Okay, a little more in check. Back from the top. Nope. We're going in a little bit more. So, boom. There. There. We'll leave those for now. Okay, that one. That got a little warbly on us. See if we can get away with. Yeah, my first thought actually goes, I wonder if we maybe take this and make like a loop out of it. If we've got artifacts and it's out of time, maybe we can get creative and create a loop and overcompress it and do something to create some character here to avoid losing because we won't be able to put the drums super bright and forward with a bunch of warbling and artifacts.
Praise you deserve, Jesus. Come on, just begin to lift up your worship in this house.
Yeah. Much more relaxing in the beginning there. Cool. And then now we're moving. We've got, let's find the transients. Kicks are few and far between. Let's lock into there and let's get, boom, on the grid. Okay. Yes. And then this is our next checkpoint here. Put it on the grid. Checkpoint. I just kind of look for like, what are the beats that are impactful to the groove? And can I slide those and keep the thing feeling good? If not, we'll go in and we'll shuffle the subdivided stuff too, like that. But it kind of tightens them up. Yeah. We're back to that. Whoop. I hit the end of my marker there. Yeah, we'll leave all that. Okay, cool. This one. So we're a little rushed, a little late. So we'll put on each. Boom. Lock that. Just kind of look for, is it the kick driving the groove? Here we got a snare shuffling, so we're just kind of keeping an eye on it. Not mad at a little bit late. That's never much of a distraction. Just a hint. Got a little groove to it. Yeah, but that kind of stuff, that went too far. We're going to go throw it on the kick. Grab our snare. Yeah, see it start to come together here. Let's see how gridded sounds. Much better, actually. And then here. Yep. Just picking out some of those key moments, and then we're going to see how the groove feels in between them. And then that's a little, yep, that'll help. I'm just feeling it out, and I'll keep an eye on the chat too if you guys have questions, but let's see. Yep, these are late, so we'll pull them back. Get that on the grid. That one there. Nope, yep. So that one skipped a little bit on me, so I'm going to take it out. Nope, got a little lazy. So we'll take that and pull it to the grid, and it should help the rest of it. Might be too. Nah. Okay, and then that last hit, because I put this barrier marker out here, I don't have to worry about it warbling that. Okay, one more look at this section. Little bit of a gallop at the end there. Ba-da-ba-ba, we would want there, so tighten those up. And then that, we're going to come out and make sure the hardest of hits, we can use that cymbal hi-hat. And then out of no grid, no click, just close our eyes and yeah.
Jesus, we offer
Love it.
the praise you deserve for the cross that you endured. In life,
And that we care about the grid. We're fine. Not going to do that, though. Right click, put us a little barrier marker. I've never called it a barrier marker in my life. I forget what the other bald guy that was with Avid, was he Australian? British? I can't remember. The early days of the inbox and stuff, those tutorial videos on Digidesign.com. They did great, actually. So those skips and blips, we're going to get rid of that when we go to the better. I'm going to set the better model here, like AI model, but we're going to go to either Elastic or Xform and see if they fix those bugs. Used to be able to render no problem, get rid of quite a bit of that warbling. And then as of late, sometimes it makes your edits go all wonky. And we don't want that. So we're going to take it out and see. Let's deal with that.
Our worship to lift you high. Every voice we sing. All praise in the highest.
Okay, and we're going to be matching the band to the tempo, the gridded drums. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, but mostly in solo here. And that, we're going to throw a marker on that. Okay, let's throw one here. Let's hit this section. We're going to go to there. And we're going to select, actually just after that also, put a secondary barrier marker, making things up here. And then we're going to select all of this, and I'm going to give a go. I don't know that this is going to be kind to us, but option 0, I used to have this on speed dial. And we're going to go for strength. I'm going to dial that back to like 95-ish. We're going to go exclude within a few 5% or so. I don't know that we need 16th for this one. I think they're all 8ths. And let's see what happens. No, so we'll get rid of those. No, and I think the swing, we could dial that in. I think we're just gonna go manually. It's got enough scooping and diving and shuffling here that probably call for a little more hands-on. And I'm just looking for kind of the key hits, kicks, snares, toms. Sorry, I've been kind of talking away from the mic. And yeah, so we're just looking for some of these for the first bar or two. Kind of come back and we'll give it a listen. And that's rushed and all over. So we're going to lock that. And now we can, boom. That last hit will help a lot. Oop. Yeah. Yep, and then this being on the grid will matter. And then stuff like that we can come in and scoop out, but got like a it's like a glitch. Probably just take that out with the audio in the mix, but come back in. OCD's kicking in. Let's see if we can't lock that little. Throw us a little. Da ba ba ba. What is it doing? That's fine. So we're going to go to here. That was rushed. Yep, just getting a little bit excited. It's okay, happens. Just settle down a little bit here and we'll get this feeling much tighter. Put the pickup here. That was probably fine. Cool. Make sure each of those are on the grid. They are. And then when we have a kick snare, whoop, took something. Don't mess with that one yet. We have a kick snare hitting at the same time, which it looks like we might. Nope, not there. We'll come back to it. Okay. Just working through this. I know it's a little bit boring, guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me. If you're hanging out, let me know what you're excited to see in this series. We're going to take it again from completely raw all the way through to, we'll probably track some acoustics. I don't have my electric or my bass. That is in Colorado Springs in storage, unfortunately. Man, that would have been fun. But we'll do some acoustics, maybe some gang vocal stacks, maybe use Audemy or something and get us some tuned congregation supplemental voices. This one is going to go how much further? Let's put one there. And this guy. Da-ba-ba. Yeah, a little lazy makes this one late, so we got to keep an eye on it. That's our marker. And we're just going to keep working through these. Yeah. Is that rushed? I thought it was. Yeah. You can feel when the editing comes back, when it goes back to the non-edited, it started getting ahead of us a little bit. We'll pull these back. Just massaging them. Ba-ba-da-ba. Right on. For you guys watching back live, I would love to know, what genres do you work in or subgenres? And then if you're watching the replay, same thing. What are you guys mixing nowadays? Yep, so we're going to need a little help on the verse. Put that one there. Bam, lock it in. Bam. That was a little sloppy. Better. Cool. Whoop. I mean, we're going full on there. We need to lock in a little smaller section. There. Okay, so we're kind of chasing it a bit here, but let's see. Now, I gotta preface this. This is not how I edit every drummer. Calvin Rogers is not coming to me and getting something like this. Not touching Calvin's drums. That's not true. We touch everybody's drums, but this is it's definitely a little more handy or hand heavy here. Everything was rushed here. Let's see if we can't just kind of guide it back to natural. That one's skippy a little bit too. That, and then... Okay, we'll get the fill. And then that's rushed, so we gotta undo, put it on the grid. Cool. Much better. So I'm just looking for what's the main hit. That hat pattern is a little bit loose right there. We'll just tidy this up a bit. Actually gonna take that off. Yeah, it was a little bit delayed. Make that snappy. Yep. Made fun of Micah, my buddy Micah, humming while he plays the drums. I'm over here talking to myself. Yep. Checkbox. Yep. Little mental notes. Every time I get something that feels good, give it a little yeah. Yeah, baby. And just start to feel it. Make sure that we stay focused on the music here. And we're just pulling stuff, trying to see if it can... think that was not feeling good, so we look back up, we see where we're at. Still not feeling great, but need more conviction, right? From this groove. Be more confident, more aggressive. Drive the song. All right, where are we at? We got markers there. We're gonna put a couple out here. Actually, put them on our snare. See if we can't lock in our. Yes, we got some kick and snare together. We'll come back in the mix. We'll do some automation for that stuff. For now, we're just trying to get this to feel right, locked. Let's check that. Yep, a little jumpy. That was quick. Put that on the one. It feels rushed, but I think it's them, the singers, not the drums. Let's go to there. Okay, so we got this whole section. We'll just hang out with the chat a little bit. It's appreciate it, man. You guys got any questions? I know you probably like, get through this. Don't interrupt him. Just let him get through the drums. We'll watch something more entertaining, but we have to do it. I was gonna just mix it. It's got to be done. Yeah, we're gonna try to speed it up a little bit. Little rush there. We're just nudging him all over the place here. Drums do sound good though. They're not tuned poorly. Toms sound pretty good. The kick, I got a little bit of a little tone from it. We'll take a look at that. I do not necessarily recommend editing every drum kit the way I'm doing it here. I'm kind of just picking apart pieces here, but rush there. And here we got a little on top of each other, so we'll just kill that little space. And then that is, sit out here. I'm gonna take and slide that whole section. finagle it a little bit here. And then here we have another kick snare where it's going to flam on us. So I'll grab that and just tighten it in. Trigger is going to see it the same. If you're not using trigger, use your ears and get that raw drum right before you move on. But I see that's going to be a problem. Got himself a little blast kick there. Sounds great. And I'm going to undo the snare, put the snare on there, zoom in. And we got like 3 kick hits there, don't we? Okay, we're going to make that bop. So there, get rid of this one, and then that. And we have a pop. So we're going to try and do it a little bit differently. I'm going to bring that into there. And then that. Let's see. Nope. Undo. Move. This is a more prominent one, probably. Nope, it's still popping. Okay. Shh. You didn't see this. Yeah. Okay. Just broke my Elastic Audio. Let's go warp. Bam. Let's check it. Then we're going to put a warp marker just after that edit so that it locks in everything. Right there. Let's come out and put a couple of these here. So we're going to lock in snare. These toms we're probably going to hit. Kick just after the fill tends to be rushed. And we're just working through this a little bit, putting hits for some of the main, or markers here for some of the main hits. Pull that back. Cool. Yeah, so we'll... There you go. So that snare was a little delayed, a little late. Bam. Come out here. Get that on the 1. Yep, so. Tell you what, though. Putting a dent in it. We'll be done in no time. What do we have? 4 minutes? I think this only runs for this little section of the song. Got a new little section. Let's go. Let's go. We'll go to there and... Nope. Probably not super obvious, but as I'm editing, I'm kind of looking at my peripherals, how the different hits react to the kick and snare moving. And if I see any problems, I'll hit undo real quick and I'll kind of zoom in and okay, we got our one there. So one just behind it. Slide these back in the groove here. Snare tighter, kick. Yeah. I put everyone to sleep with drum editing. You got questions, be sure to answer or ask away. I put myself to sleep. That's not feeling right. Where are we going with that? Yeah, tighten that up a little bit. Yep, and then a couple snares are a little blippy. A little bit blippy behind the kick. Let's take that one. Yep, I see you. Right there. Yep. That, the kick was behind, so we're going to go snare first, kick after. Depending upon if you're using samples or not. I use samples quite a bit. I prefer to blend samples, but we end up replacing so much. I kind of edit with replacing in mind. Let's not move them, just kind of put. Absolutely. Just grit in this thing. Yep. See how that second hit. Okay, got a couple right there. Toms. Let's back up. Nope. Something's wrong there. Snare. Oop, need a barrier marker. I mean, it just keeps going, doesn't it? Yeah, so we just got to stay the course. I'm getting like, man, let's move on to something else, but let's keep at it here. It's pretty good right here. So he's rushing the subdivided kicks here. We'll just chill him out a little bit. Everybody else will relax when he holds it down for us, right? Let's see. Let's not do that. Undo, kick definitely goes there. Tom definitely goes there. Just starting to make sense of it, yeah. And then this kick's rushed. Cool. Okay, here's an instance where I'm going to delete this whole thing, and we're going to listen to what he originally did, no crowd mics. We're just going to piece it together. That definitely goes there. That definitely goes there. Might be this guy. It's got to go there, though. Yep, that's it. Snare's a little wonky. Pull that back in. A little lazy. I liked it better lazy. Yep, starts getting antsy again, but it's all a bit off. So we're just going to help him out. Yep. Pretty much all of them. That's not feeling good. That felt better. Oh, there it is. Yeah, cool. Put a couple of these on. Get our kick, snare. Actually, let's take that off. The snare comes first. Put it on the grid. Kick the match. Snare ghost. Yep. Yes, sir. Come on. You can't listen to that and tell me that that's not a significant improvement. Just relax the soul as we edit the drums. Got that roller coaster of anxiety, and then we're chilling. It's been a long day, guys. Sorry. The commentary is another level tonight here. All right. Trying to stay focused, get this done. We're just picking apart. If you guys want to get your hands on these files, they will be made available in control room, the Mix Academy's control room. Got the links in the description. And we'll have my kick system. You'll get the samples, all the videos, the template, all that good stuff. Right there. Nope. Right there. Yep, that one's a kick. Nope. Bam. Snare first. They're so close. We'll just rock that together. Yep. And then for the ones where they're right on with the snare, is this one of them? I would take the snare and line it up, and then I'm hitting Command, Option to remove a marker, and then Command if there's another one in there. You can kind of sneak it in, but there's not one in that spot, so it won't show me. But nope. Let's put Russian, so we're gonna pull it back in. The snare is no problem. We're gonna get that fixed. We're gonna come in. For this one, we're gonna right click and add a marker, drag it in, drag. I just dragged the whole end of the song. We don't necessarily want to do it like that. Put this out in front of me more so you guys can... Yeah, sorry about that. All right, so now let's come over here and get back on track. Where are we? So snare, kind of the main hits. Boom, start of a fill. Lock these in. So let's get from there to there. That's what we don't want to see. So let's come here. What's the first thing hitting? Is it? Nope, it's this tom. That one hits at the same time. We'll leave it as a flam. But the kick, we don't want to leave as a flam. Yeah, let's fix this. Nope, snare came first. Kick is after. That's where, there's an example. So right here you have, we zoom in, you can see the snare is just ahead of the kick. So I put my marker on there, drag it to the grid, and then here I'm gonna add a marker, and then I'm holding command because I'm in grid mode, and then that's gonna allow me to slip. If I didn't, it would snap to and not let me and all that. So in grid mode, hold command, it suspends the grid, and that's how I'm getting that next hit to line up there. We'll just keep working these in. Much better. We may put a tom or two in there in post. Once we get it edited, we'll go back and we'll listen to the arrangement and see how that's feeling. And we may add some hits, some cymbal samples, different things like that. Need an app that handles drum editing, huh? I'm sure they have something out there that attempts to do it. Oh, see, we need the snare. I'm going to get rid of that. Snare comes first. Kick, command, hold, in. Yeah. And then here, this snare is going to kill our kick quite a bit, but for the sake of timing, pull it in. Sticks rolling a little bit, just trying to dial that in. We lost our kicks. So what we would do here is after we get this done, this is a kick. So we'll suspend. Just grab us a kick transient and put a new transient on there, and then we got that. So it's going to be replaced. So I'm just being a little sloppy, but we'll throw a couple crossfades in there just for OCD sake. And then, whoop, we're way out here. Okay. Back to warp. Whoop, got to turn our grid on. Our group, back to warp. All right. Leave those alone. We know they're on the grid. Cool. Kenny Joya, shout out to Kenny. Groove 3, early days of my Pro Tools education. Very beginning of Kenny's teaching stuff. He had a trick. He would go through and put, so option 0 in Pro Tools, and he would put a strength of 1%, and it would just throw a marker on everything. And then he would go through and use that. But I found over the years that adding the markers and kind of helps me visualize and see where things are at and catch tiny errors and things like that that I normally wouldn't if I was relying on. But different ways to skin the. I like to go grab the snare bottom mic and turn it into a snare bottom sample and automate and blend that up. So I like to make sure things are nice and tight. So here we'll put a marker. Oh yeah, we're fine to grid all this. And we got the snare again. Pull that in. Got to pay attention to the snare is more of a snare bottom. Because of some of the hits being off, if you got a really good drummer, you can totally just quantize and go section to section, quantize one section, listen, tweak, move on. For this one, I felt like kind of diving into it, we needed a little more hands-on here. Let's check that whole section. That last hit. We can move because everything behind it is pretty chill. Leave it.
Still power in the cross, still holes in your hands. The blood that you poured out still washes our sin. There's still stripes in your back, still power in your name. So we worship the Lamb who is. Come on, we'll sing with heaven. You can. There's still power in the cross.
Throw a warp marker out here. It's kind of setting our new boundary. Grab that. Where does he really dig?
You carried our shame.
Okay, so we're going to get the lead into that. And we'll come back. We're going to work our way back to it. Okay, so from here to there. No, we don't want to do that.
Still holes in your head.
Ah. Yep, we got to tighten him up here. Okay. So let's go ahead and put some warp markers on these snares. Kind of the main hits. Let's hear how. So timid's hurting him back here. Bop, 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 bop. So that. Again, that command. If you're in grid mode, you got to use command to kind of get into the. Bop, bop, bop. That's not correct. Back that up, take that out. Grid is this. There it is. Let's do quick. It feels rushed. Let's leave it. Yeah, it's better. No, it's not. No, that's gonna. So that to the 1. And then that, not as lazy. Put the bell in time. Yeah. Decent amount of people watching, huh? Very cool. Pro Tools is frozen, huh, for you guys? And it may just be stuck on the same. Oh, no, that's not fun. Here, let me try switching cameras and back again. Let's go from wide to... Looks like it fixed it. Praise God. Sweet. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I hope it wasn't long. You guys were staring at nothing. Yeah, even that. Like, and then that's rushed. So we'll put a marker here, take it out. Just give some space. Just give some space here. Just relax a little bit. Nope. I think that goes there. Yeah, and then this goes here. It's the pickup to the 1. It is. Much better. Okay, then we're zooming out. We still got this little section before the groove picks up. Got the fill coming up. Just going to put some on the main hits. Check for toms. Yeah, so we got a couple snares. Back that up. Ba-da-ba-ba. Something like that might work better. Now he's starting to get into it. Okay. Put the one, boom, whoop. All right, if you guys are still with me, man, you hook me up with a like so other people can sit through this really boring drum editing video, right? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We're almost there. We're almost home free. That's a little late. Labor of love with this one, isn't it? All right. Probably. Yeah, we got quite a bit of toms here. So it's some of them you can double click on and some already have a, taking me a little bit longer here. Right on. Felt a little rushed on the kick, but it wasn't. I think it might be the tom. We're going to use a tom there. Yeah. We're almost done. Ba-da-ba-ba. Rushed. This whole section is rushed. We'll grab the pulse there. Boom, boom. I believe it. Yeah. Awesome. Oop. Oh, man. It just, oh, geez, look at that. We did quite a bit. It just keeps going. Let's take a listen to what we've done so far. Let's see.
Who was slain for us? You are worthy of all praise. Oh, you are. I'll sing it all my life, all my days. Yeah. Come on, we'll sing Jesus. Jesus. Come on, we'll sing Jesus. Jesus. Jesus, we lay down our crowns at your feet. The sum of our worship, pour it out today, is an offering. Some of our
Yeah, some of this, the timing is not tight enough.
some of our
Mhm. Yeah, it's usually like Melodyne. You're not going to get it right the very first pass. Probably take 2 or 3 sometimes, but we won't do all that here. But that. Try to put it back and figure out. The hat is off right here, and that's going to be, let's grab the overheads, and then we'll grab the kick. Make that a little bit more. Much better. Try to get rid of the feels like a section I put some markers but didn't edit it. Oof. Let's get... A little skip in that I don't like. Yeah, right there. Whoa. Rushed. Yeah, so you can see this is tedious. Going hit by hit, making sure. And then that. Feeling better? Mm-mm. We're just going to keep locking it. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Nope. Hat's rushed. Kick is late. Oh. There it is. Nope. Did they not hit the kick there? Let's see. Nope. Yeah, feeling a little lazy. tighten that up. Got like double, triple hits going on here. Let's lock kick, snare on kick, snare bottom to there. Take it out. Kick, snare, nope. Snare transient, won that one. Snare, then kick. Snare one, the race. Take these out. Kick one that time, snare in. Those all look good. I'm gonna take these out. See if we can wait. Yep, I got an in marker. You know what? Let's get rid of those and let's hear the band. Turn the click off. Yeah, I'm going to put it on the grid and we'll align the band.
I see now high lifted up, highly exalted by the blood of the Lamb. There's still power in the cross, still holes in your hands, the blood that you poured. There's still stripes in your back, still power in your name. So we worship the Lamb who is. Come on, we'll sing with heaven. You carried our shame.
So he's rushing a little bit. We'll have to slide him.
Sing with heaven. Carried.
Cool. And here's where we were. What we might do. We're almost there. Let's just get it. Just going and putting, I start moving things. Let me get that to the kick. Okay, then we got our kind of. All right. Right there, we got kick and Tom confliction. Then that should be good. You got a kick. Pull that back. Awesome. Let's hear that in solo. Ba-da-ba-ba. Kick on, Tom on. Let's fix that. Tom first, kick second. There on the. It's fine. All right. You know what? Let's do it the other way. Get the kick on the one, Tom to the one. Subdivided, handled. Bam. Absolutely. Almost to the finish line. Appreciate you guys hanging out watching. That's one boring video, just cutting through the drums. You gotta ask questions. Let me know if you hear anything. Help me out. See enough of you watching that Surely you gotta have a question or something. I'm just gonna take this to the finish line and make it more interesting in the future videos. I promise we won't do just editing, but the family was gone and I thought, let's hop on and do this on camera instead of isolation here. Yep, we got a little hiccup there, so we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that, put it on the 1. Pull the snare up to it. That will make the drummer very happy. We took the time to hook him up. From passionate service with some missed hits and timing issues to world-class timing. Whoop. So we'll get rid of this guy, zoom in here. I'm going to put the snare on the 1 and then the kick to the snare. We'll find a snare. Just helping this. Those look close enough on the grid. I think we're fine. Let's get that snare. Yep. This should feel much, much better. Let's get that on the 1. We'll save our snare fill. Whoop. Cool. And with that, we are headed to the finish line. Be a proper Switchfoot-esque, dare you to move snare fill. It's from a little bit of servant's heart here on the drums. I'm gonna grab that. The snare's probably fine. Let's hear to that point. My wrist hurts. Let's go over here at location 1. Yeah, we're gonna listen to that whole section here. No, we want it to be. No. Nope. Russian. How'd that rush? There. Yep, so that one's crashing out. Let's reset all that. Put him on the 1. It happens to the best of us here. Hey, bub, I'm live. You give me a minute. Sorry, kids just rushed in. We're almost done with the drums. Even the kids are like, man, get this over with here. Oh, we don't want to do that. Let's put us a marker. one. We should be pretty close now. Help this to make a little more sense. Dun, 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 dun. What do we got? And with a few more clicks, this is going to make me create a voice-activated drum editing app. Okay, that does not belong there. That doesn't belong there. Whoop, I moved it before we were done, but we'll... Yep, and then that. It got moved. Through that. Oop. Kick got a little messy. Pull the snare in. Nope. Kick again. Snare. What the? This should really lock this section in. Yep, kick won the battle there, so we'll swap those. All kinds of rhythms showing up in there. No, I'm going to keep it. Very cool. It is definitely not the same groove over and over again, is it? Right on. Okay, cool. So we're just going to throw... I'm afraid to zoom out. See how much further we got. So, anyone watching back, if we don't have questions from our live friends hanging out, if you're watching this back, the replay, feel free. Why am I doing this, not that? Beat Detective. We can talk about anything mixing. Zoom in on here. So what's our... And that's going to be there. I think I got to delete these markers. I think I got to delete those markers. I think I went a little bit too crazy there. See, this stuff still needs work. Yeah. Ba-da-boom. Nope, getting a little rushed. So undo that. Snap the snare. Nope, getting a little rushed. No. Undo. Undo. Here's another snare flam on the kick. Pull that in. Kick won that battle. So these where the kick and the snare hit together. I like to tighten those up in editing. All right, we'll undo that. Some of our edits hurt us, but we're so hands-on with this one. It just is kind of like drum programming here. Almost could have just replaced it, huh? Let's see where that one's supposed to land, and that one's here. I had a feeling this was going to take some time. Just going to undo these. Let's just start to slide into place for us here. Guess tonight we will determine how long it takes me to edit a live worship drum kit. We'll just look at how long this video is and shave a few minutes for rabbit trails, and that's probably my number. We'll have to see if you guys can download these and beat me. Let's put I'm just going to line that up. And then we'll go back and hit these. And then what we're going to do after we get the last hits in is we're going to go to our Xform. We're going to save as. And then we're going to go to our Xform processing. We're going to change from Elastic Audio Rhythmic to Xform. I may even try this Elastic Pro. Last time, it's been a couple years since I tried it. Whenever it dropped, it was not ready for editing use, which is unfortunate because it sounded great. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Keep selecting the whole thing. All right. Come back to that one. It drifted a bit more than I wanted it to, but it is what it is. We're just getting it locked in. Need a heat pack for my wrist after this one. Trackpad's my favorite, but it is not the best for long micro movements editing drums here. I want to say the last time I edited drums was probably on a trackball, not a trackpad. How spoiled I've been. All right. Moving this whole thing around. This is not the right way to, but it's a way, and we're getting it done. Sliding that rush stuff out of the way. I think this is going to work out very nicely. No, we're going to leave the last couple. All right, let's see from here. So Jackie asked, "Hey David, just now getting on here and wondering why you're doing the drum edits manually. Would quantizing work?" And quantizing will not work because we have kick snares that are on top of each other and they're flamming. And quantizing is going to introduce a bunch of artifacts and the pink stuff, we call it. You get those you get another hit in here together and it just becomes a mess. You get stuff like that and you got to go through, and I'd rather just stare at it, lock it in with one that's this loose, go hit by hit and just make it happen. great question, though. I did quantize a little bit at the beginning and just kind of as a test, like, hey, with this song, I typically do go to quantizing first. And this one just felt like it needed some manual attention. And this whole section back here, let's go back to, let's make sure that fill was, I think. I don't know if we need 3 hits here on the kick blast. Let's go see. We take that one out. Just put 2. Let's just do that. Oop, we don't want to do that. We'll just leave it. No hit there. Cool. Whoop. Whoop. We got to zoom in a little bit more. You know what? Just grab. All right. I say that, and then we look up and we got like 20 more minutes of edits to do. Not, I think we're at the end. That's got to be fixed. Yuck. Take all that out. Kick, snare. We'll leave it. We'll let him have that last. Okay, it's a little rushed here, so we're gonna rid of the click.
Glory and honor, praise the Lamb. Glory and honor, praise the Lamb.
We'll leave it. All right, sweet. Now, not going to make you guys listen through all of that, but I'm going to take a quick look.
The praise you deserve.
That doesn't feel right. Bop, 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 bop. Because it wasn't right. I'm leaving it. A little lazy. Very lazy.
Praise and worship. Who is like you?
Cool. Much better. No. Ba-ba. Let's get these ghosts tidied up a bit. I don't know if that's going to work. We'll make that work. But this, bring in. No. I don't think what he played works. So he kind of lands out there. Let's pull it to here. Probably just need to. that right there might actually be. Ba-da-ba-ba. Just gonna get rid of that.
Oh, you are. I'll sing it all my life, all my days. Yeah. Come on, we'll sing Jesus. Jesus.
All right.
Some of our word.
That's a good spot. Just for perfection's sake. A little rushed. A little bit rushed on that fill. All right. Sounded a little bit loosey-goosey right here. Bop, bop. Let's see if we can get that a little tighter there. Let's mute the crowd, makes it a little easier to hear the. I think that's meant to go. Yeah. But then, whoa. Undo. That's the kick on the one. But that's late. Okay. One more thing on stream, and then we're going to close it out for the night. We'll do bass editing tomorrow and probably go ahead and get to, we'll probably do acoustics as well, but let's see. Let's delete all that and hear what it sounded like. And then now... not perfect, but once we get the samples in, we can kind of massage them, and that'll do for the mix. I think it's going to sound good. I was looking for maybe a spot where we got some artifacts, but it's fairly clean right now. Maybe at the beginning. Yeah, a little glitchy, but let's come over here. We're save as, and we're going to call this. So this is Adventure Worship. I'm going to call this DG Drum Edits. Save as. We got it saved there as well. Now we have a copy of our copy. And I'm going to go to... Elastic Pro is really good. I'm going to go Xform, though. We're going to check it and make sure our edits don't get all messed up. We'll keep an eye on our task manager. That'll take a second, which gives me time to check in. If you guys have any questions, man, would love to hang out with you for the last little bit here before we call this done. So, man, Josh the Pickup Man, we talked about that. What's up? What's up? Appreciate the love, guys. Chris Hardy said, my friend, do you do online sessions on Pro Tools? So I do. Links in the description, or you can hit me to support@themixacademy.com. But love to have you check out. We got the links there for you. We have the free headphone mixing blueprint. You want to learn my exact rig, free calibration that I'm using. I'll give you a shout out to Oratory1990 over there on Reddit. I'm going to walk you through what I'm using, why I'm using it, how I'm using it. And then I've got my frequency-focused referencing technique that just, it's the best mixing technique, period. I'm going to help you level match your references, get you a loud mix up against industry references. I'm going to teach you my parallel compression and clipping and limiting and how I'm treating the two-bus. You're going to get a look at choosing good references. I'm going to walk you through the types of headphones, mixing, all that stuff. And I'm going to share the frequency-focused referencing tip. And then, I don't know if I can show... We got pulled up over here. I don't know if I have it pulled up. I don't have it pulled up, but I've got an app that's going to have this built into it. I was going to show it off, but we'll put the link in the description. You can check it out. So I don't know if this is going to pay off using Xform, but in the old days when I used to do this, it seemed to be the better option. So we're going to try it again. Computers are way faster now, so just another minute. This is a M4 Mac Mini with, I think it's got 24 gigabyte of RAM. It was the only one they had in stock. They didn't have a 32 or a 64 gigabyte of RAM in stock, so I just grabbed it and made do, but this one should be wrapped up. So next up, we're going to be editing the bass for this. I just went all out. We just went all the way through it. I don't know how long that was. What's our stream at? Yeah, it's been a couple hours just to edit one song of drums. And how? I mean, it's 9 minutes or so. All right, so now we're going to take a listen and make sure it's still... Xform now, so it's not going to be quite as... Is it going to render the whole thing again? Yeah, we don't need to wait on that. We're just going to... Yeah, so the Xform, I forgot about that. That's usually something after you've checked your edits, double-checked them. We're kind of moving quick here, but that's something I would give a listen to the whole song in solo. Make sure that we hit all the hits, that everything's accounted for. But man, it's been a good couple of hours of just staring at the screen and getting these edited. I'll edit the rest and check it off camera. But man, you guys have been something else hanging out with me. Those of you who made it, I don't know if anyone made it all the way through. If you did, you gotta comment below. Let me know you made it. But maybe one of the most boring videos I've ever done, but necessary. So we'll chop that up, find some good parts, and upload it to the channel. I'll show you a couple examples of drum edits that get out of hand, but the manual way took longer than we would like, but it's pretty close. We're going to check that against the mix, and then next up, we're going to get the bass in with the kick. We're going to lock the kick and the bass together, and then from there, we're going to listen to everything without the lead vocals, and I'm going to massage the kind of gist of, get everything in line, and then we'll do a session where we go probably just with the lead vocal and just massage him throughout the song and get him in time. And then once we do that, we'll track acoustics. We'll move everything into a new session. I'll show you mix prep, how fast it can be, and then we'll get this baby on the road to release ready mix. If you don't believe me, stick with me. You got to like, subscribe, be ready for the next one, and we'll look at that bass in the next session. So God bless, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.